Objection is defined as a statement presented in opposition. Another way to think of an objection is simply your customer requesting more information from you. Objections are just steps to the sale. Play the game. If you listen carefully, objections can help you make that sale. Because they're going to tell you what they didn't like and how we correct it and how it worked that time and how we're going to make it better. As a marketing consultant, we have got to be able to handle objections and know how to overcome them without thinking. The whole insanity thing. You hear that same, I tried Valpak, it didn't work. I tried Valpak, and you keep doing that. Well, that's pretty silly, right? You went to 10 different people and they all told you the same thing and you walked out of every one of them. You wasted 9 stops. And by the way, you don't get to go in there again. These are the objections before the presentation. These are the ones that I told you. I've actually added a 14th one because of digital. There was 13. I have no money. I use Valpak and I'm happy. I had a poor response with direct mail. I just got burned from another direct mail company. Call me later. Business is bad. Coupons aren't for me. I'm not interested. I already know all about your business. I know about Save On. Business is too good right now. I can't handle any more business. What the hell's wrong with you? I just tried Valpak. I want to see what the response is before I try this. My budget is spent. It could be a new product because in a market when we did Doug's. And I moved all my marketing dollars to digital. That's one of the newer ones. After the presentation, it's really about money. That's it. It costs too much. I want to think it over, which really means it costs too much. I want to talk to my partner, which really means it costs too much. I can't make up my mind about something 2 months from now. It really costs too much. It's the wrong time of the year. You did a bad time in handling my qualifications. And I can get it from Valpak, which costs too much. So there's really one. It costs too much. It's the investment. That's all there is afterwards. It's all revolved around you haven't shown enough value for them to make a decision to go ahead with what you're selling. Simple as that. You'll only get these objections when you do not give a great presentation, when you don't paint a word picture that the client is going to increase their business by marketing and advertising with Save On. They will find the money if you truly create the value. The example is the Mercedes. None of you had 15 grand. As soon as I said it was, hey, I can find 15 grand, all of a sudden your hands went up. Same thing. Exact same thing. A little different situation, but the difference is you have got to create the value. Okay, Mercedes already did that a long time ago, and you already know a Mercedes convertible is 80 grand, so, you know. So put the shoe on the other foot is simply that. What you do here is put the client in the same type of situation and see how they would handle the problem they posed you. Doesn't matter what it is. How much is it? I did that with the carpet. I said, well, if I came in here and asked you about carpet, they understand that. Or, you know, with a guy, I wouldn't use the shoe because they couldn't care if their heel fell off. They'd say, hey, it makes it easier to walk on. So what I would do is a dinner. You know, I'd say, so you went out to dinner and you had a bad experience. The waiter spilled wine over your brand new suit. Your food was terrible. The service was so slow and it was too much money. You had a really bad experience eating out. But you wouldn't stop going to restaurants, would you? They're going to go, well, no. When direct mail is not done properly, it won't work. May I at least show you how Save has made, after 30 years, direct mail one of the most responsive forms of advertising for people in your industry? What are they going to say? Okay. After all, the fact of the matter was, the only reason they told you that in the first place is to get rid of you. Right? So in this situation, we did a coupon and it didn't work. You tried a coupon with Valpak, it didn't work. When you say it didn't work, what does that mean? Okay, so those are the steps. They give you the objections, you fed it back to them, then you ask them to question it, then you question it. Well, what do you mean it didn't work for you, Mike? You didn't get any response, or the return wasn't what you were expecting? And so you ran how many homes? And you got? Okay. Then I'm going to question that and so forth, you know. So now this is the one with the shoes, okay? So pretend you were shopping for shoes, found the perfect shoe and it was on sale. You took it home and you wore them that evening. When you were out wearing them, the heel broke off, the side split open, you took the shoes back. The salesperson said, our store policy would not refund money on sale items. You would agree that you had a bad experience buying shoes, wouldn't you? Would you stop wearing shoes? Of course not. But you probably wouldn't buy shoes from that store, would you? Just because you had a bad experience with direct mail, it doesn't mean direct mail can't help you grow your company, because when direct mail isn't done properly, it might not perform to your satisfaction. May I at least show you why Save-On's the #1 direct mail company in the Chicagoland area? Okay, so that's all that is. It's just making them understand that. And there's different ideas on how to use that same type of thing. Okay? So this one is, they said, how much does it cost? All of us hear this quite frequently. One of the things you do not want to do is give price before they're ready to own. Like Doug did the other day. If the client is not ready to say yes, and they ask you how much it is, and you tell them up front, you're simply going to lose the sale. Why? Haven't created the value yet, right? Just like the Mercedes. If you didn't know the value, I'm going to say no. You got 15 grand? I do not. For Mercedes, I do. Same thing, no difference. You haven't created the value. So when they say, how much does it cost? You can't sidestep it, though. You have to answer this. But here's some good things. It says, I'm sure that the total investment into any advertising program is going to be very important to you, isn't it? Yeah? That's a good statement, right? Because it is. What I'm doing is I'm agreeing with you that what you're asking me is an important question, and I'm not going to sidestep it. But before I answer that, may I ask you a question? If I walked into your carpet store and I asked you, how much would you charge me to carpet my home, what would you say to me? Okay. How big is the room? So what you're saying is, in order to give me an appropriate answer, you'll need more information. Now, isn't that a nicer way of saying, well, it means you got to ask me some questions, right? No, it's not asking questions. It's to give me an appropriate answer, you're going to need more information. That's a really good way to say that. Remember that little sentence. Those are sound bites that'll help you sound smart. So this is it could be for any home improvement guy, because they can't give you a price. They got to, I don't know how many windows you have. I don't know how big your roof is. I don't know what kind of shingle you want. I don't know how much sidewalk you need. I don't know. So, I'd have to measure up how many bushes you need. No, so, if it's a retail place that, it's a pair of shoes and the price is right on them. Well, if I said, how much are your shoes? Well, that's, so you understand. So then, so what you're saying, in order for you to give me the appropriate answer, you're going to need more information. That's pretty much where I am right now. The total investment into our program is determined by the number of homes, size, frequency, and what product you feel is best for your business. I'm confident that if given the opportunity together, we'll find at least one solution that will fit your budget. Okay? You like that? I like that a lot. Okay, is Wednesday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Remember, we're just setting an appointment up. Now, there are certain industries that this approach wouldn't work. So how much does it cost? And I ask you, how much is it for a massage? What would you say to me? We charge $100 an hour. We charge $75 an hour. It's pretty straightforward. So I can't use that type of reasoning, was what you're saying. So is there a set price for a particular industry? Then this type of questioning will not work. You have to realize who this will and who that won't work for. Will it work for a window company, a cooling company? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. In order to give you a good answer on this question, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions. Now that is what you do with them. So depends on the type of industry that you're in. So if it's somebody that could possibly run more homes and they have a pricing, but it's a retail and a massage place even, and they could probably go to 2 or 3 zones, you know, you would say something like, some of our customers invest as little as $185. Other customers invest as much as $14,000. It depends on the number of homes and what you feel the size, add, and frequency is important to you. But I will say that the majority of our massage places will invest under $1,000 to advertise in our program. You could do something like that. You know, I know that advertising is a real critical and important step and information that you'll need to determine whether or not you would advertise with us. What will determine that is the size ad you feel would best suit you, the number of homes that you feel you would like to go into. But I'm confident that if we can get together we'll come up with a program that will fit your budget. Would Tuesday or Wednesday be better? So you can go that, or you can do the price per home. You know, some of our people spend as little as a half a penny a home, and some people spend up to 2 cents a home. So it depends on the size of the ad you want and how many homes you want to go into will determine your total investment. But I'm confident that together we'll come up with a program that'll fit your budget. Is that fair? So you can do something like that. Companies invest as little as $250 depending on what they feel the business. Savon has a variety of products that will help you grow your company. You must confirm that they are okay to continue. May I show you Savon's different marketing solutions, and together I'm confident we'll find a product that'll fit your budget. Okay?